All right, Willie MacIver joins us here on A's Cast Live, and I was just telling him yesterday on NBC when we were doing all of our sponsor thing, you were like the Toyota turning point for the double that you hit in the ninth inning that brought in two, and Lawrence Butler may have run through that stop sign or not, but doesn't matter. It was the game-winning run. But then we go back to the fourth inning. We were highlighting. Not only did you have the incredible play on the bunt, but then to throw the runner out in the fourth, I mean, you were like a human highlight reel yesterday.
I mean, you prepare right, and then you're in the right place at the right time, and good stuff happens. And for me, it was just good to help the team get a win, however I can do that. And for that situation in the fourth, just keeping the runs off the board for Ferg, that means a lot to me, try putting up zeros, and however we can get those zeros, I'm in.
Now, I was a little shocked that Jackson didn't try to avoid your tag more, but take us through that play. Ball's out in front of the plate. You grab it. You've now got to jump back and tag the runner. It's a play you don't see often in our game.
Yeah, so for me, that play was interesting because I had a back pick going to third on there just in case, because we thought the runner was getting off. We were just trying to keep him close to the base, and he kind of laid down a late bunt there. So for me, it was pretty reactionary. I was like, oh, bunt, run, get the ball, look. I'm like, I think I could tag this runner out. And so, but at the same time, I was like, this is gonna be tough. So I I dove for him, and when I felt his leg hit the glove, I was like, thank God, because that's a play where if I don't tag him out, now we're looking at a run scored and now still a runner on first. So in a situation where, hey, we need to get an out, I was glad that I was able to make that play, because I saw it, and in my head, I was like, I can make that play. And then I'm just thankful it worked out that way.
Then you throw the runner out at second. You're walking off. How you feeling walking off after all of that?
Good. Very excited. Excited to see my boys in the dugout all jumping around, happy. And when you look in the dugout and the dudes are going crazy, it's a euphoric feeling, to say the least. But then at that moment, it's like, all right, we're on to the next inning right now. You can't sit on that, because you could mess up the game at any moment. So it's like, hey, that was awesome, but we got to move on to the next thing going on here.
Now, as a catcher, you guys are all wired the same. It's about helping the pitchers. It's about helping everybody in the dugout, but then getting the big hit late in the game, driving in the 2 runs. Take us through it.
Yeah, that felt really good. And, going in there against Aiken, I was assuming he was going to throw me a heater because he's got a good one.
Yeah.
And I recognized that changeup kind of up in the zone, where he doesn't do that. He's usually putting that changeup down below the zone. So I saw that thing up, and eyes got big, and I was able to stay on it. And to me, that was just about me executing my approach. My approach was to stay on it, see something middle in. And, I was thinking hit the ball to right center with the fastball. And when you do that and you're able to stay calm in the moment, the game just comes to you sometimes. And in that moment, I was fortunate. I did a good job of staying with my approach, and the changeup was up. And maybe if I'm trying to pull a fastball, I might swing through that changeup. So I was proud of myself for staying on my approach and being able to put a barrel on the ball in that situation.
All right. Since June 19th, the ball club is 23-21. Since the All-Star break, 12-10. Last 16 games, 11-5. You tell me through your eyes what you're seeing in that clubhouse right now.
An expectation to win every game. That's what it comes down to. Like, the preparation that the guys are putting in, the mentality in the clubhouse is like, we know we can beat any team out there. And I think once you start seeing it happen, once you start, hey, we win a series here. Now in Washington, we win a series in Baltimore. Hey, we can carry that over. And there's a strong belief in that clubhouse that we have the guys to win every game.
I like that. Expectations to win. You got to have that.
Have to. You have to have it. I mean, if you don't have an expectation to win, you're just not going to win in this league. It's because every other team has an expectation to win, and everybody's really good. So if you don't have that confidence and that belief that you're going to win the game, stuff's not going to go right when it needs to. But it really, to me, it comes down to, like, in those clutch moments, like when you have a belief that you're going to win the game, stuff just comes together a little better. You're playing more free. The next guy's going to pick you up if you don't get the job done. That takes a lot of pressure off everybody in the lineup.
All right, the job of a backup catcher is so interesting because there's so much that you have to do with the starting catcher. It's all about preparation. You are a guy that comes into the clubhouse every day. It's got to be the right attitude. You're helping everybody in the dugout, whether it's the bench coach, the manager, whether Bushy, Kotz. You're there to help. And then comes time like, hey, now you got to produce. Talk about the job and the role of the backup catcher.
Yeah, well, it is a lot of preparation, and then mentally kind of going into each day like, I'm going to catch, like in the sense of like, hey, I'm going to know this lineup back and forth. Even though I'm not starting, I have to know how to pitch each guy. And I want to just say that Langoliers, you couldn't ask for a better guy to be backing up. I mean, he does everything right. He shows up with a great attitude. He loves catching, and that's another big thing about being a backup. You got to love catching, which I love, and Shea loves too. So it's really easy for me to work with a guy like Shea.
You got to be nuts to like catching.
Yeah, that's what people say, but I mean, there's no other position on the field, man, where you get to have the impact on the game.
Everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
And it's whether you want to be a leader or not, you better be a leader if you're a good catcher. Because once again, everybody is looking at you, and you handle the ball just as much as the pitcher handles the ball.
Exactly. And that's where the preparation comes in. And that's where you have to realize, like, hey, this isn't just about me being prepared. This is about me making sure that I can help our guys get zeros when my number is called. And that's my job. And I take a lot of pride in that. And I think a lot of it comes from just loving to catch, loving to put up zeros, loving to see our pitchers get better every day, because those guys are working hard every day. You see them in the bullpen, you see them in catch play. Like they are trying to get better every day. And anything and Shea would say the same thing, anything we can do to help them further their careers or put up zeros, put up numbers, get wins, we'll do anything. You know, you want us to stand on our head back there when we're catching, we'll do it for you. So it makes me happy when you see that come into fruition in games, and you can get guys zeros, you get guys wins at the end of the game. See a guy like Elvis Alvarado, who's made extreme strides in his usage of his breaking ball and his changeup too. And when you got the electric fastball that he has, and his slow heartbeat out there on the mound late in the game, and the work he does when nobody's watching on his delivery, on his off-speed pitches, on mixing, and very open to learning. And you see it start to really have an effect on the team, and that's the kind of stuff that feels so good as a catcher.
All right, I can give you the numbers, but I think you already know starting pitching's been way better. Bullpen since mid-June has been fantastic. What are you seeing? Why are they getting better? I
think that when they have struggles and bad outings, you see them, all of our guys will dive into it like, hey, what can I do to get better here? Not, oh, I had a bad outing, I'm going to sulk about it. It's like, okay, it happened. Let's go review it. Are we tipping? Or is there something wrong with our mechanics? And I think pitching coach Scott Emerson's doing an absolutely fantastic job with these guys. Just being able to take the good and the bad and use it to keep getting better, not just like not putting a guy down or not saying, oh, I had a good outing, we're just gonna ride it. You know, it's always it's an everyday process. And I think our pitchers, you're starting to see the results of how they've been working since, you know, even April, May, when stuff wasn't going as good from the pitching aspect. This is all stuff that's been building up from then. And now to see these guys actually making these adjustments and getting better and locating pitches, landing off speed in hitters counts, all those, there's so many things that go into pitching. And I think they do a great job of stepping back after an outing, good or bad, and reviewing what they did and what they could do better for the next outing.
Brian Anderson said as he was leaving here, obviously he had a really good career, World Series champion, now longtime broadcaster for the Rays. You got to meet him, and he said, make sure you enjoy every single moment. And I'm like, Willie Mac's enjoying everything. Is there a day that goes by you go, yeah, I'm not enjoying this?
No, that's the one thing that I am not worried about for myself. I'm sure there's guys who enjoy it as much as me, but you'd be hard pressed to find a guy who enjoys it more. And because, you know, this is what I wanted to do my whole life, and I'm doing it, and it's everything I thought it would be. And it's just an absolute joy to come to the yard every day.
Doesn't get any better than that, man. You make me fired up. Let's go. Let's go. You know what? let's get this winnings contagious. Finish strong.
Yeah.
42 games left. Finish strong. I know that's means a lot to a lot of you guys because you want to hopefully carry something over into the offseason.
Absolutely. We got to, in my mind, it's like, hey, we're on to the next one. Regardless what happened last week, good or bad, you have to put it in the past, go on to the next series. We got Tampa Bay this week, and we're planning on winning the series.
All right, you keep making plays. We'll keep putting you on.
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Yeah,
Good
works
stuff
for me.
All right, we appreciate it.
Thank you.